Hey guys, it's me. Yesterday we killed a hog, so today I'm just rendering out lard on top of lard on top of lard. So it's never a dull day. Never. So Logan went out and he brung in my smaller bowl of lard, which I weighed out, and it was 4 pounds. I about got to use the cooker now. It's just pure, big, fat gobs of pure hog fat. Now, I'm just looking through it, making sure there's no hair, dirt, or anything like that on it. And I'm just cutting it up. Everybody likes crackling, so I'm cutting mine up in small pieces. Let me cut a piece off. About fingertip pieces. And I'm putting it in my cooker that I have going here. And my cooker's on 2. You don't want it too high. So to start popping and cracking and going on. Now, you do not wash this. You do not mix water with lard. So I have all my setup. I have a bowl and a strainer. I have a big pan sitting over here, and I have pints. I'm going to start out in pints and then go up to quarts because I need a couple pints. And I have my jar funnel already on them. Everything is ready to go. So I'm going to render this down slowly. I just keep on adding pieces to it. And once it gets color and consistency, now I like mine to turn, I like my cracklings to be dark color. And I like my lard to be a light yellow color before bringing it out. And I'll show you in the cooker really quick if you can see. I don't know where the camera is. But anyways, if you can see, I want it to be a little bit darker and so forth before I get that set back. Alright. Before I start straining it, you can tell, or I can, I guess, just because I've done it for so long. But the white pieces are not done. I'm very paranoid about stuff like that. I don't want to be sitting over eating raw hog lard on something. But I'm very picky. And I'm just cutting it up in small pieces. That way it's so much better for cornbread cracklings or just munch on cracklings, whatever you want them for. Once my cracklings, as I keep on doing this, I will strain my cooker into my bowl and strainer. Then I will then take my cracklings and pour those in my pan and kind of spread them out. And I just keep on doing that. And then I'll pour my lard into my jars. And I mean, that's basically it. Once the jar's full, you'll put a lid and a ring on it. And I have my jar sitting on one of my canning towels. I have canning towels just because that's the only thing they're used for. They're thicker, they're a lot better. The shock of the lard on the regular countertop going into the jar could bust it. I've done it before and it hasn't, but it could. And I just prefer putting them on my canning towel. Then I will move them wherever I need them. And I will put them on 2 towels. And then I will cover them completely with a towel or a heavy quilt until, usually I leave them there for about a week. I will look at them and stuff like that, but usually I leave them there for about a week. Once they are pure white, solid form, I will then move them to my canning shelf. So, and the first bag of cracklings that comes off is going to Ellis. So, I promised him some. And I told him there's probably some in my freezer, but there's nothing better than fresh. So, he gets the first bag. And I'll just take my cracklings, let those come up to room temperature. This will be an all-day job and a couple-day job. So as each batch, usually when nighttime comes and they're completely room temperature, I put them in Ziploc bags, freezer kind, either gallon or quart, depends on what you need it for. And then I will usually let those sit in the refrigerator for a day or so before actually going into the freezer. I don't like the shock of just throwing it into the freezer and expecting it to freeze at 0 degrees for how long. So usually I'll put those in the refrigerator, let them slowly get cold, and then I'll transfer those to the freezer. So this is all I'm doing. Once this gets down to the color and stuff, I'll come back and do a part 2 of just straining and jarring. That way you can kind of see my color and texture and the way I like it. Everybody's different. But I just want to make sure that it's done for me. So, and cracklings can be used for anything. The lard, I use a lot of lard in soaps and cooking and canning and you name it. So, but I'm going to just keep on doing this. I don't want my cooker too full, but I don't want it too little either. So, once I get what I like in it, manageable, which right now is probably an inch up in my cooker, not a whole lot, I will just let that keep on rendering down until it gets the color, which you'll basically know. And if you let it go too long, it will start sticking. No matter if it is just pure fat lard, it will stick and start frying. So, I'm just going to keep on letting this go, and I'll come back with a video in just a little bit. Bye.